People said Saquon Barkley's reverse hurdle against the Jaguars was the thing of video games, and now it actually is. The Eagles running back doing that move as he was chosen for the cover for Madden 26. EA Sports also gave him the coveted 99 rating. I'd say it's been a pretty good few months there for Saquon Barkley, who's now joining us live here, the Super Bowl champ right here on SportsCenter. Saquon, what was your reaction to the Madden cover emulating that ridiculous backwards huddle that you did?
It was amazing. Once I found out that I would grace the cover of Madden 2026, it meant everything to me. Something I dreamt about as a little kid, and then I got to actually, do the hurdle again, and realize, the move that I made was, kind of special because we had to strap me into a harness and do all this crazy stuff. But it definitely made my respect for a guy like Tom Holland, who do superhero movies and strapped in all the time. It's definitely harder than you think.
I was just about to say, you did that live without any wires, and then you had to redo it with wires. Which one was harder?
I would definitely say the one with wires. The
Wow.
wires was definitely harder because in game I just reacted and my instinct just took over. But the hardest part with the wires because they're pulling you up was landing and trying to land safely first, but also land the correct way. But it definitely was fun.
See, there you go. You can't do what Tom Holland does, but Tom Holland cannot do what you do either. And I know there's video right now. You are at Geno's, we're at Geno's, which is one of Philly's iconic spots where they renamed Steakwans and plastered your Madden cover on the walls. What does that say to you about this city and the way that its people show love to you?
Yeah, it's awesome, and I really want to make sure that I'm able to buy into the culture here in Philly. We were just talking about it off camera. I don't know if there's a more passionate fan base than Philadelphia Eagle fans or just Philly fans in general. And right now, if you go out there right now, there's I don't know how many people's out there, and it's just cool to show the love and support that they have for me as a player and the love that they have for this team. And that's why we go out there and try to perform at a high level to keep these fans happy.
Wait, I'm sorry. What would go on a Steakwan? What would be the toppings?
Right now, we got whiz cheese, the meat, and some onions.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds like a cheesesteak. I was going to say maybe like creatine or, you are a muscly guy, but that's fine. You move to Philly, you break Hall of Famer TD's mark for most rushing yards in a season, and you win the Super Bowl. When you finally had a moment, Saquon, to process it all, what hit you the most about the last few months?
That you got to do it all over again, and that's the crazy part about it. Everyone say reaching the top of the mountain's hard, but staying there is even harder. And you're really just focusing on how you can sustain success, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge that we know is going to be hard, but we're training and working right now to be able to put ourselves in the same position. And it's really just buying in and continue to build on our culture and continue to have the guys in the locker room who are leaders continue to lead.
Last offseason, Giants GM, your former GM, Joe Sheen, decided not to re-sign you and let you test the market to determine your worth. And this offseason, you are extending for historic money at the position. What do you hope your impact is on the way that people now view and value running backs?
I don't think it should really change anything. It's football. When a quarterback gets paid, the next quarterback that gets paid more. When a wide receiver get paid, the next wide receiver that gets paid more. So for guys like Bijan and Jameer, super excited for those guys and Cook to go out there and perform at a high level and continue to set that bar even higher. I think the biggest one for me is Derek. They say running backs can't perform at a high level, when they turn 29 and they turn 30. And Derek Henry just proved that wrong and was able to extend again. So that means a lot for guys like myself and Christian and Josh, who are looking to get a third contract.
Last month, I've got to get your sort of thoughts on a newsy topic. During the NFL Spring League meeting, a proposal to ban the Tush Push failed to pass. Why do you think some teams take so much issue with it?
Because the Philadelphia Eagles are really good at it, and they're not. I think it's just simple to me. It's kind of I already said it before. I think it's soft. You can backtrack me even when I was playing for the New York Giants. They asked me how I feel about it, and I said it's a great play. It's not the Philadelphia Eagles' fault that they have the best offensive line in football, and the quarterback can squat over 600 pounds. Me as the pusher, it looks like I'm in the mix. I'm really not doing much, to be honest. As you can see on this clip, he goes to the left. I just kind of just follow him in, but it was a good try, but I know Philly's happy that it's here and it's here to stay for a long time.
So you and the Eagles and that Tush Push are going to open up the season at home Thursday, September 4th against the Cowboys. What do you expect that it will be like or feel like when that Super Bowl banner is officially unveiled?
It's gonna be cool to see that fall and know that you're part of that and part of this team history. But I was able to talk to some guys that played before when they won the Super Bowl and the first game, they got booed. So, like I said, you got to move on really quick. And Philly's no joke. They're passionate and they're gonna let you know when you're doing something good and they're gonna let you know when you're doing something bad. So, I know and we know as a team that we're gonna get ready to go out there and prepare to win the football game. And like I said, when you see the banner go down, appreciate it, stay in the moment for a little bit, but then right away move on and get ready for the game.
Hey, that's why they call it the NFL, not for long. Am I right?
Not for exactly.
Including celebrating what happened a season ago, but celebrate you will. Saquon, congratulations. Wait, do you play as yourself on Madden? You got the high rating. We good?
I'm super excited about 99, by the way. But no, I am the type of guy when I play Madden, I go in franchise mode. I'll take a crappy team, I'll trade all the great players, and I'll just draft random guys and create, my own legacy with that team. It's
We
kind of
love
weird, but it's like my thing.
It's not weird at all. You want to make your own legacy. You
Yeah.
want to write your own script. We appreciate that.
Mhm.
Saquon Barkley, good luck next season. Thanks for joining us here on SportsCenter.
Thank you so much.